Hi everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to add content to your avatar expertise on MaxGood.work as an avatar owner. So in order for you to be able to train your avatar with your own content, you need to be an avatar owner on MaxGood.work. If you are already an avatar owner, navigate to your avatar admin dashboard as you can see on the screen. You need to just go to this, click on this avatar icon, and you'd find the avatar admin. So when you click on it, you will land on the admin dashboard that is currently showing on this screen. So what you want to do is to navigate to the expertise tab, right? There's a lot of tab here. There's a setup guide, accounts, foundations. It is within the expertise tab that you add content to your avatar expertise. So the start point is to add a title. And if you wish, you can read this instruction just to help you understand what adding an expertise to your avatar means, right? And yeah, so it's pretty much straightforward. You need to add a title. A title is where you organize a group of contents that are related or that speaks to the same theme, right? And then you now add content under each title. So as you can see, I already have a title for this avatar, the Max body. Also, please be mindful that you need to select an avatar that you own for you to be able to see the administration dashboard. If you do not own the avatar, you will not be able to see the admin dashboard. So because I own and I am an administrator on Max Body Avatar, that is the reason I can see the administration dashboard. And I am currently on the expertise tab. So you had a title. So this video is going to walk you through how to actually add content to your avatar expertise using the text upload function. There are two ways to do it. You can either add it via text upload or document upload. This video is about using the text upload function. Pretty much the same step. It's just towards the end, you decide to add it as a text or upload a document. So I'm going to walk you through adding a title. For my example, I will be naming the title about MaxGood, right? Because I have a content that I would use that is about MaxGood. Please note that your title should be able to house content, different contents that share similar theme, right? So the authors, it's important to include the author of this title or the authors of the title. You would also include the author of the content later on, but depending on number of content you would include under this title, you can include as many authors as possible, right? It could be a content that you own or a content that the owner has licensed you to use, right? So I'm going to just include my name and Mishkin's name, right, as the authors, and then owner, MaxGood.work, right? So I've included the URL of MaxGood URL as the owner of this content. Okay, so add a title. So now that I have successfully added the title is showing on the title list, and also the title is toggled off. If I want this title to be used, if I want content under this title to be used during my during interactions with my avatar, I would need to toggle it on. Please note that your avatar will use content under each title that you've toggled on. Your avatar will use those contents to augment and inform its interactions with your users. So that's why it's important for you to actually upload content. Yeah, so I've added this title, and the next step is to click on Manage Content. Now, this Manage Content is the content repository. This is where I now add all the contents that belong under this title. So for my use case, I'm going to start with adding a descriptive content about MaxGood. Now, let's upload content. So when you select upload content, you have two options: upload files or upload text. For the purpose of this video, I will be uploading text. So it's advisable that you have your content prepared before you try to upload it. And I'm going to quickly walk you through how to prepare your content for upload. Since we are using the text upload, so it is easy to just copy and paste the content here. So I'm going to navigate to the tab where I have my content. So now this is a very small snippet, a very small, content chunk. Please note that the maximum word limit for every content uploaded is 1,500 words. So it is advisable that when preparing your content, you actually use a word counter to count the number of words within each content you want to upload. So for this content, it is pretty much very, very small. It is not up to 1,500 words. So I'll be able to upload it once. But if the content is more than 1,500 words, you will not be able to upload it once, and the system will automatically break it down into smaller chunks that might not be as organized as you would like it, because you understand the themes, the sections within those contents better than the system. So it's always advisable that you organize your content before pasting it for text upload. Now, so this is my content. However, I don't like how this content looks. I want to format it, right? I want it to look better so that it can be well formatted when I upload it on MaxGood. So I'm going to walk you through how to use some basic markdown formats to make your content look more appealing before you upload, or when you upload it on MaxGood.work. So this is like a title for this content, right? And I want it to show as a title. I'm going to add title to it, and I'm going to add an hashtag behind it, just so that the system recognizes it as a title. This is a description section, right? So I want this description text to be bold. So I'm going to add a double asterisk just so that it boldens this particular text and it makes it more readable. Okay, still preparing my content. If there is anything within this paragraph that I would like to highlight, I'll do the same thing. I'll do the same thing by adding two asterisks, double asterisks, right? Okay, so now this is another section within this content chunk. What I will do is to also add double asterisk so that that part is bolded, right? And say, let's say within this, okay, now, so this is a list. This is a list. Avatar owners can fill their own. These things here are a list, right? However, if I add bullet points, because I'm using Google Doc directly from here, those bullet points will not appear when you paste them. So you need to add basic markdown formatting to make this appear well when you post them on MaxGood. So what you need to do is to add dash, then space, dash, space. You should normally do this formatting using a notepad so that it is much easier, or any other, document you prefer to use. So I've formatted this to appear as bullet points, right? Now, say there's also some rough text here. I want to format it to look better. So I'm going to add the double asterisk so that this one is highlighted as a section on its own and it appears bold, since it's like the header for a section. Now, this color list should also be put into bullet points. So I'm going to do the same thing that I did earlier on, add dash space, dash space, dash space. I'm doing this preparation of the document and formatting so that my content will appear very readable and well formatted on MaxGood. Right, so these are the basic formatting you can actually do to your content before uploading them on MaxGood. Another thing is that if within this content chunk, you have a text you'd like to hyperlink, right? If you have a text you'd like to hyperlink, or a URL you want people to visit. For example, if I wanted to add my LinkedIn name to this, right? If I wanted to add my LinkedIn URL to this, and I wanted to hyperlink it to my name, I would just type in my name, right? Let's just use this as the header. I'll type in my name, and then I would get the link. I would get the link. This is my link. So I'll type in my name and put my name in this square bracket. Put my name in a square bracket. And then just right beside my name, I would open a new bracket and then insert the link and close the bracket. Now, this is a way of telling the system that this is an hyperlinked test, right? So now I've done this formatting. I've hyperlinked a test. I have added asterisks, double asterisks to the sections within this content chunk. I've also added an hashtag to the title, just so it appears differently. And I'm just going to copy and paste this content on MaxGood. Control C. So I'm going to copy it here, and within, so remember that we just opened the uploaded text up the content upload page, and we want to upload our content by copying and pasting a prepared text. So you have to copy the prepared text in this content area. Now copy it here, and just to be double sure that it is well formatted, you can look through again to be sure it is well formatted. Okay, if you notice here something is missing, the space I added, the formatting I added here was actually eliminated, so I'm going to add it back. Dash space, dash space, dash space. So you can also choose to format your content within this text area. You can do that. I think that is even much easier, so you don't lose the formatting you've done before. So I'm just going to do dash space, dash space. Yeah, just so this appears as a list. I'm going to do the same thing here, dash space, dash space, dash space, dash space, dash space. Yeah. So these are basic formatting you can actually just add to your content chunk before uploading them. Now I've formatted this for readability. Another thing that is very important is to add metadata to this content chunk, right? Why is it important to add metadata? Metadata helps the avatar understand the context in which it should use this content chunk, right? So there is a prompt that we've prepared to help you generate metadata for each of your content chunk. And you can easily use any free avatar that is accessible to you on MaxGood to generate the content, to generate the metadata needed for each content chunk. So I'm going to walk you through how I would generate a content chunk for, how I would generate a metadata for this content chunk, right? So I just opened another tab, and I am currently on the chat interface of MaxBody, right? I'm going to share the prompts, attach the prompts to this video, and I'll also share the link to a blog article we recently published that includes the prompt for you to generate metadata to include in your content chunk. Please always include metadata in all of your content chunk, right? So let's just do that quickly. So this is the prompt. I'm going to copy and paste the prompt to use. This is the prompt to use. So I'm going to ask MaxBody, as an avatar owner, you have access to some avatars for free on MaxGood. One of it is MaxGood User Support and MaxGood Success Coach. So you can use either of those free avatars to generate metadata for your content chunk. So I'm going to be using my own avatar to generate metadata for this content chunk. So I'm going to paste the prompts right now. After pasting the prompts, I would then copy the text I want to upload. I'll copy the text I want to upload and also paste it after the chunk, right? So then I would click enter so that the AI can generate the metadata I need to upload this content. Remember that the metadata is important so that your avatar is aware of the context to use this content. The metadata includes is going to include information about the problem that this type of content solve for, the category that this kind of content belongs, and the kind of solution that the content has proposed. So yeah, that's why it's always good to add metadata at the bottom of each of the contents before uploading them on MaxGood. Okay, so in the prompt, I have specified that the metadata should be generated and formatted using the JSON format. So that is why you can see these coily braces, and coily braces at the beginning and at the end, because I've actually specified that it should be generated in JSON format, right? So you can see the problems that this content actually addresses. You can see the category, and all of that. So yeah, it's pretty much simple for you to do. All you just need is to get the prompts. The link to get the prompts from our blog article is going to be attached to this video. When you get the prompts, you then use the prompts and the content chunk you want to upload part time, and you get this metadata generated for you automatically. So now I'm going to now come back to the tab where I am trying to upload my content using text upload. So the same metadata that has been generated, I'm going to add it to the bottom. I'm going to add it to the bottom of the text. So the bottom of the text that I want to upload. So I've copied and pasted and added it to the bottom of the text. Then I will select upload text. So just before you upload text, the very first step is also add the title of this content, right? So remember I added a title initially. That title is going to hold a lot of content chunk in as much as they belong to the same team, depending on how you choose to organize it as the avatar owner. So the title I added before was about MaxGood. So this content chunk is a description of MaxGood. So I'm going to add description, and there's a part that talks about our logo philosophy and logo philosophy. So if you wish, you can also decide to add the name of the author of this content, right? Of this particular content chunk. So I'm going to add my name, for example. Remember when I added the title, I'd add multiple authors. So because the content chunk under each title might include multiple authors, it's always advisable to include all the name of those authors within the title. And then if you wish, you can add specific author under each specific content chunk you're uploading per time. Right, so we've done all the basic formatting. I'm going to copy and paste this test because I'm going to use the same as an example for uploading files. So our content is ready for upload. I'm just going to copy and paste this here, Ctrl-V. Our content is ready for upload. I have added a content title. I have added some basic markdown formatting to the content itself. I formatted some part of the text as headers, as I've formatted some parts, as the title. I formatted some parts as hyperlinked text, and some part as a list. So I'll select upload text. Now your content has been successfully uploaded. So select OK and then close that box, and then you see the content chunk you just recently uploaded. So now this is your content list, the content list under the title. You can see the status says that this content is hidden. The reason it is hidden is because under the title list, you have not toggled on. So this title list has been toggled on right now, right? Because I added the content. So if I select manage content, I can preview the content that I recently added. You can see that the content is well formatted, right? Description is in bold. Human wisdom is bold, like I bolded. The list that I added dash and space to has been properly listed, right? And then there's also the metadata at the bottom of the content. So this is how to actually add content to your avatar expertise using the text upload. and how to format that content in a way that is readable, for your avatar. Thank you. In the next video, I would show you how to add content using file upload. We'll walk through the same step to format, and then we'll upload either as a Word document or as PDF. Thank you so much.